Evictions. Another one on evictions. Let's let these people share their story. Y'all about to find out what's happening to people across the nation. People are being kicked out, left with nowhere to go, left with no options. And these days, family won't even help you out. Everybody for themselves. It's tough. Family, you already know what to do. And if you're brand new too, thumbs up this video so YouTube can push this content out. Smash subscribe to join the tribe. And ring the post notification bell as well. All right, let's get into it.
Evict My Tenant Part 4, The Aftermath. Here you see all the belongings left behind. I don't understand how they were living in this room. The smell, there was feces everywhere, shredded cheese, lunch meat packets with mold under, on the beds, pee stains on the bed frames. It was insane. This bathroom here clogged to the brim. I called a plumber and there was 2 toothbrushes and a pad stuck down this bedroom, you couldn't even step into it. It was just packed. The garage was absolutely lived in. They had a portable AC. No one should be living in a garage. There was moldy food, as you can see here. This is the master bedroom. A mess everywhere. This is a risk that will happen, unfortunately, when you rent out a property. And I've got at least 6-7 years in this property of good rental history. This is the first one that I encounter this bad. And it just happened. Apparently, these dogs were always left outside. No food, no water was ever given to them. The neighbor had to feed them over the fence. Be sure to hit the follow so you can see all the updates and the finished product.
I don't understand how people live like that. They don't teach their children how to be clean. They let them do whatever. Y'all not even feeding the dogs. Why get dogs if you're not going to take care of them? If they can't take care of their kids, of course they can't take care of the dogs, though. Even though the dogs should be easy. All you got to do is give them some food and water. That's just sick, man. How people can destroy a nice property. That was a nice home. The condition they had it in is insane.
Any weapons in the house? Well, so I'm going to give y'all maybe 5 minutes. I'm like, y'all got a whole lot in here. We're going to give you 5 minutes to gather your personal stuff. Then we'll bring the crew and we start setting the stuff out. That's how it works, boss man.
Ain't no 30 days notice.
Nah, it's already been to court and everything. Remember, before the judge the one who issued the writ. I mean, you might not have known, but.
What you say? He said, we gotta get out.
Yeah, this is eviction. I'll give you 5, maybe 10 minutes to get your personal stuff together. Then we'll bring the crew and we start sitting the stuff out.
Look like they probably don't got much to sit out. By the looks of it, this should be a quick eviction. Shouldn't take no more than 5-10 minutes to evict.
This what they say?
What you mean?
The apartment?
Yeah, I'm talking, it's been through the courts. Did you go to court?
Yeah.
What happened?
They said that they was gonna set up a payment arrangement, but he never did.
Well, I'm talking about, did you make any payments?
To who?
Why not? You asking me? I mean, this is an eviction.
Just do for security. Who is it?
I'm the one doing the eviction process, sir. Okay, so you got 5 minutes. So I mean, you don't live here no more. Make sure you understand. It's not one of them things where you can debate or it's done. As soon as I step on property, property reverse back to the property owner, and that's what the eviction is.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead and get your stuff. Let's go. And as far as the other stuff, you should already work that out ahead of time.
They ain't send me no letter or nothing.
Okay, well, that's something. If you think something's wrong, you have to take it to court. Go down to the judge that issued the eviction. And you explain it to the judge and say, well, they didn't do this, but that's not between me and you. That's between you and the courts.
Okay.
But ultimately, you didn't pay. I do this for a living. So you know you don't pay whether you go to a restaurant, anywhere you go. You're not just going to not pay and then say, well, they didn't give me no notice. You notified when you didn't pay rent. It's your responsibility. I'm just trying to explain it to you because this is a different situation with children. I would much rather you get the stuff taken care of. I hate doing evictions when I see children. But it's my job, you know what I'm saying?
It's okay.
They got the eviction man frustrated. He said, ugh. Because it's kids. The kids don't deserve to have to go through that. They just want to run around, have fun. They shouldn't be experiencing real life situations as kids. You see, I understand his frustration. If y'all handled y'all business, then it wouldn't be this. They always say the same thing. It's either they paid or they didn't hear back from the court. They never sent nothing. We waiting on them, in so many words. Well, did you make a payment? Nah. So what did you expect was going to happen? You haven't made any payments. You went to court because you were late and you still didn't make any payments. They want you out now.
It's come to my attention that a lot of people are confused about the evictions process, so let me explain that for y'all. If an apartment complex files an eviction against you, you typically do have up until your court date to do a pay to stay. So you can reach out to the apartment complex and try to make that payment. That way they can just dismiss the case without you having to go to court. However, if you do go to court, you also have the right to make an appeal. So basically, up until your court date, you'll have rent bonds that you have to pay on time to show that you are making an effort towards clearing your balance with the apartment complex. Usually, if you make the rent bond payments and you make it to the appeal case and you can prove that you have been making an effort, they will dismiss the case and allow you to stay. However, sometimes when apartment complexes have had to consistently file evictions against you, they will just go ahead and, require that that person leaves. Now, in certain instances, it is a good idea to hold your money. Prime example, if the apartment complex has already filed an eviction and you were planning to make a partial payment and they're not willing to dismiss the eviction against you, it's probably best that you hold that payment, get to your court date, and then file an appeal and use that money towards your rent bonds, because you don't want to make that payment towards the apartment complex and then they proceed with the eviction and then you're just chipping away at the debt that you owe towards the apartment complex when that money could have been used for you, like towards your moving. Oh, and another thing, you have up until the sheriff does the lockout to kind of settle this with the apartment complex. So sometimes it's best to reach out or to go in and just have a discussion, because if you can settle it, sometimes they are able to still stop it. You have up until the sheriff does the lockout. So that's after the appeal, after they have determined that you can't make the payments and they have scheduled a date to do the lockout. It's usually about a week after. If the process does happen and you do go through the full lockout, just keep in mind you have time to get your things out. Typically it's about a week, 7 days, and the apartment complex can limit you to like one specific day or 2 specific days that you can get your stuff. But yeah, that's just the process. Let me know if y'all understand. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll try my best to answer these questions because I am seeing that there's a gray area when it comes to evictions. It's not the end of the world. A lot of people are going through stuff. So leave it in the comments. Like I said, I'm not a real estate attorney, but I have been doing this quite a while and I do have some knowledge of the process.
This might be the most vulnerable I've ever been on the internet. I think this is the month that I get evicted from my apartment. And I don't know where I'm gonna go. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I'm really scared. I work a full-time job. I've applied for part-time jobs. Nobody gets back. I live in a 1-bedroom. I can't get a roommate. I don't know what the fuck to do. I've taken 2 pay cuts since moving into this apartment. My rent has only gone up. The cost of everything has only gone up.
Getting a pay cut in 2025 is wild. Where everything is going up, you can't afford for your income to go down. Or you'll be like this. I hate to see it.
I'm really tired of having to choose between rent or food, or rent or other bills, or other bills or food. Like, I'm truly just so broken, so exhausted, and I don't else to do anymore. This is the month, I think, where everything comes crashing in on itself. And I'm just really scared. So, I don't know. I just hope you all have a great day. Thanks for listening.
If you're not going through an eviction right now, or you've never been through one at all, you are truly blessed. You might not be where you want to be. That might not be your dream house, but at least you got somewhere to stay. There are not enough people that are grateful. And that's us as Americans. We always want more and more. And we look at what we don't got instead of being appreciative for what we do have. Then there are other people that just want somewhere to lay their head at night. We got to always remind ourselves, no matter what, we're where we're meant to be. Where we are right now is where we're supposed to be. We got to be grateful for where we are. No matter the circumstances. Even if you got to start over, it was meant for you to start over, something better will come. That's how we got to look at it. You might have to gather your bearings, as they say, get yourself back together, and something greater will come. It might be a test. What type of humility do you have? Do you have it at all? Do you have humility? Will you be grateful even at your lowest points? Because you know your breakthrough is right after your lowest point. It always comes after your lowest point. Let me know what y'all think about this video, family. Have you ever been through this? If not, how do you feel watching people that are going through it? You can even apply that to your life. Does that make you more grateful even though you're not where you may want to be? Do you watch these videos and be like, at least I have somewhere to go. I don't have to deal with that type of stress. That's a lot of stress. Having to figure all of that out at once. Just because something as simple as you got a couple pay cuts or inflation went crazy in 2025 under the Trump administration and now you don't make enough to afford your rent. I mean, it's not the same reason for everybody, but these are some common reasons. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this video. I appreciate y'all for watching. Peace to my Hebrew fam. Shalom. I'll catch y'all on the next one.